Inside out, Diamond Gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond Gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. It is hour number 3. Mark Dice is our guest. I want to hurry through these calls so we can finish up with Mark and some of the other things he's working on. But I told folks to call in with their concerns about the naked body scanners, the fact that the people running these are being exposed to high levels of radiation. That's top scientist on record, New York Times, you name it. But they just come out and say that's just the way it is. Now blasting your homes with mobile vans and mobile checkpoints on the highway. Being reported today by WSB-TV, counter-terror operation stops trucks on I-20, radiates them. Got a key report by Paul Watson. Feds radiating Americans at internal checkpoints. So important to get this prisonplanet.com article out to everyone. Damon in South Carolina, radiation therapist. Thanks for holding. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm a medical dosimetrist also, and I do treatment planning every day for cancer patients who get radiation. And part of my training, I had to take all sorts of radiation biology classes and learn about the current regs for it. And the National Council on Radiation Protection and Measurements, they say that as a person who works with radiation, you're only supposed to get an annual dose of 50 millisieverts, okay? Which is, sievert is a measurement of both the radiation and then the biological effect of the radiation on what part of your body gets exposed, or the whole body for that matter. And then when you consider that these are people who work with radiation, and the 3 sievert, okay, has a 50% chance, will kill 50% of all, 50% of people who get receive 3 sieverts of dose will be dead within 30 days. So, I mean, that's how, dangerous this constant exposure to radiation is. And
they admit the cell phones put off microwave radiation, and it confirms, gives you brain tumors. This is really the globalist population reduction program, is to just embed radiation-emitting devices everywhere and just kill us.
But we get exposed to radiation every day from the sun, from, radon gas and other natural exposure.
And that's
to radiation.
the main reason we age, and that's why, on average, there's about 10 feet of water in the first 30,000 feet of atmosphere. You know, you can't even breathe about after 17,000 feet. And that's why it's so dangerous for airline pilots and stewardesses. That's why they all basically, even if they're good looking, look like they've been put through a microwave, is because they get the equivalent, what is it, every flight during broad daylight is the equivalent of a chest x-ray.
Basically, but listen to this. The number I gave you for someone who works, occupational exposure, that's 50 millisieverts annually. But the public is only allowed to get 1 millisievert, okay? 5 millisievert annually, excuse me.
And how many millisieverts are these naked body scanner technicians getting?
Well, see, I've never gotten the specs on them, so I don't know what kind of energy they're using. Because
well, they lied and said that it was at one amount, but then even the New York Times had to admit 20 to 50 times, depending on the machine. And then you've got these mobile scanners that are just off the charts. We've had a engineer/radiologist designer on. They said at least 10 times, he knows the units that they're using, 10 times a chest x-ray.
Oh, that's not, I mean, that's crazy high. I mean,
when they die, though, they're going to love it.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Is the public doesn't wear the badges. My coworkers and I, we all have to wear badges that get changed out every month that get a report done on them to say
there's not any badges, and they don't have TSA wearing badges. And listen, remember the Pentagon? The Pentagon took over 4,000 children, this is on record, and radiated them to death. So they're just killing us. I mean, sir, You ought to write a report for us and go pull up all the data. In fact, I want to get some official radiologists on. That's a prime thing, and we'll get all the numbers on these and do an official report. But very interesting, Damon. You know what? I want Mark Dice to be able to finish up, because that's who we have on as a guest. But I want to put you on hold, if you can do it, towards the end of the hour, to come back and finish up talking about this, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, Mark Dice is our guest. We're holding him into this hour to sort of go into your calls. We'll get Mark's take on what Damon was just talking about. We'll go to James and Roger. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
We have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
You know, I could myself just pull up. In fact, we can do it right now. Guys, just search the term top scientist, top radiation scientist, or radiation scientist says body scanners, serious cancer risk. Or headline, body scanners 20 times the radiation previously stated. Well, of course, they lie and say they're not saving the image. Look, folks, they emit serious radiation, and you don't see the TSA wearing a lead apron even, okay? You don't see them wearing badges. You know, my dad's a dentist. They hide behind a lead wall. They've got a radiation officer that does it. That has to wear it. But notice, see, the globalists just don't care now. They come out and say, 20 years ago, Army said DU would kill you deader than a hammer. One whiff of it would kill you a decade later. Now they just say, no problem. Troops, snort it, roll around in it, don't even wash your hands. It's great. I I mean, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, they would roll people's trucks through the border scanners. Now they have the families just go through them. It's just like the government's gone completely nuts. They're radiating you out in the open. Mark Dice, was that not a chilling call, though? In fact, we just put the headline up, body scanners could give you cancer. Airport body scanners emit radiation up to 20 times more powerful than previously thought, a scientist has warned. And there's so many of these guys out there warning people. But, I mean, Mark, I'm speechless.
We need a group of nurses and doctors, dentists, some group in the medical establishment to come out and denounce these scanners, to denounce the body scanners at the airport, the mobile vans, because, obviously this guy knows what he's talking about. He's in the field. The designers of these things don't even know, don't care, probably don't even think about these sort of repercussions. Doctors are so busy. Most people in the medical establishment work such long hours. They're not kind of really aware.
But why are there radiology rules for everything else, but the government's got cops on top vehicles going, I love this, I can look right through walls. I mean, the thing is Death Star power compared to a pop gun. I mean, a regular X-ray is like nothing. This is like blasting power, and it's backscattering all over them. If you know about radiology, look at Madame Curie. It killed her. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, there's got to be a way. If there is some sort of I know there's the recommended, amount that once you exceed a certain amount of radiation, it's going to be hazardous. So there's got to be some sort of a law, or someone in a position of power and legal authority has got to be able to put forth some sort of a lawsuit in order to stop these, put a freeze to it, get this kind of information out. So, it's people like that caller that are aware of things like this, that are aware of your show, that are going to be instrumental in alerting his coworkers. So, I don't know very many people in the medical establishment, but that's probably the only thing I could take to get that out, get some authorities on the subject that work in that field to come out and denounce how dangerous these are.
Well, Mark Dice, expanding on that, the issue here is they are breaking the law because they run the system. In fact, guys, search the term body scanners violate child porn laws. You'll get articles from the U.S. and from England. The one place they stood up in Denver, they had to stop X-raying, scanning 18 and under because the point was made this is illegal under state and federal law. So they know it's illegal just on that front. There it is. New scanners break child porn laws. London Guardian. They don't care. That's what I'm saying. Have you seen these federal depositions of the Blackwater people with the running around naked, snorting giant amounts of cocaine and injecting drugs and smuggling armaments worldwide? I mean, it's just lunatics running things.
Yeah, I've seen some of that thing. Of course, there's been some interesting sex parties going on with some of the contractors. There's been allegations of women being raped, abused, all sorts of these things. Yeah, it's not that surprising. Again, turning back to Orwell here, it says if there was hope, it lies with the proles, because they are, in those swarming, disregarded masses, 85% of the population. And could the force to destroy the party ever be generated? But the proles, if only they could somehow become conscious of their own strength, would have no need to conspire. If they would choose, they could blow the party to pieces tomorrow morning.
But the party sits up there in fancy suits and plays the part of the liberal and the conservative, gives the proles the false paradigm, and the proles stay within it.
We look at the snitch culture, the doublethink, the relationships, the foreign countries painted as enemies, power-hungry officials, the erosion of the language, the overwhelming Big Brother nanny state, the personification of the party, perpetuation of war, the control of information, the social hierarchy. It was interesting. It's all predicted in George Orwell's book. And we're making tremendous progress. And like I said at the beginning of the show, it's a microcosm and a macrocosm. It's you as an individual are bettering your life, and then together we will benefit society.
You're absolutely right, Mark Dice. Let's talk to James in Texas, former military, about these mobile radiation trucks. Go ahead, James.
How you doing, Alex?
Pretty good.
I've I've got something I wanted to say. I want to thank you for